Welcome to NintendoCade channel. I am Danny. I'm really excited to be opening this package today, and this is one that I've been waiting for quite a bit, especially when Nintendo announced the Super Nintendo Entertainment System coming to the Nintendo Switch. The games that were from my childhood are now available to play on Nintendo Switch. I was able to play on live stream. It was a lot of fun to revisit a lot of classics. I hope you guys were able to play as well, revisiting many of the great games of the yesterdays, and you know, they're considered timeless and a great joy to play. But today they did send me this really awesome package. I was able to order it. It's the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Controller that is a full-size one that you can actually play like the old days. Unboxing this, making some quick comparisons of the original, and see how it stacks up playing it like the old days and with this modern take of a classic controller. So if you guys are wondering, this is how the box looks like. It's nothing fancy. It's a brown box with tapes on the side. You flip to the bottom. Just overall, and they do have a UPC barcode, I guess, when they scan it to ship it out. Other than that, nothing fancy. It's a standard box. Let's crack this open. All right, pulling the contents out of the box, put it to the side. And wow, okay, comes in perfect condition. Nintendo did a perfect job shipping it to me. I'm really glad. This is going to be a collector's piece for me. And you see, this is the actual packaging you get when you open the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Controller. Just a red box symbolizing the color of the Nintendo Switch. It does have the Nintendo Switch Online Service logo there. Obviously the controller name. On the backside, a little bit of a description. Unlike the past controller, you do need to charge it. This does have a rechargeable battery, and it connects to Nintendo Switch dock by USB port to charge, and you use a USB Type-C. The cable is similar to the one that you'll find with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. You can use that to charge it, or you could use the plug that comes with your Nintendo Switch. That is a USB Type-C. Connected straight to the Super Nintendo controller to charge it. So simplified, that's exactly how you work with that. And just to show you around the rest of the packaging, Nintendo logo right on top, on the bottom, nothing here, on the side, nothing there, and same apply here. But they do have a flap here to open it up, so I'm gonna go from there. Pulling it out. Very simple. And I just found out that there is a cable inside. They do include a cable along with the controller. So this is the USB Type-C cable I was talking about earlier. All right, so taking out the controller. And right away, I could tell that the controller actually have a coarse finish. It's not smooth. From what I remember playing with my old Super Nintendo controller, it's a bit more smooth texture. I guess because it's been worn down quite a bit after so many years and hours of play as a kid to adulthood. But in terms of size, it feels as accurate as I remember it. And just looking into the back side, you got the engravings of the model number. Nothing too fancy here. Just a quick indicator. It looks like there are more screw holes here, so they're pretty interesting. I'm gonna get a quick comparison in a bit. On the bottom here, we have the sync button and which controller, like player 1 through 4. So that's a light indicator. This is a modern take for a classic controller, so which is really nice. On the top side, you have a little bit difference here. I could say right away they have the Z, L, and ZR button. That's not on the original Super Nintendo controller, but there's a reason, because Nintendo Switch does use those functions. This is the port to connect the USB Type-C cable to charge it, and they have the L and R right there. Touching the L and R feels pretty accurate, I would say, from what I remember as well. The A, B, Y, X. And I remember playing a lot of fighting games like Street Fighter with the D-pad. This is an excellent D-pad, by the way, at least the original. I gotta try it out with this modern take. All right, so I'm gonna bring out my old OG controller from the early 90s. This is the one I played as a kid. And right away, pressing the buttons, I could tell that they are a bit softer. Again, that's probably because I played so much of it, thousands of hours put into this controller, and the difference can be probably due to that. And of course, besides, just notice the color difference here. This has probably been a lot of wear, a lot of sweat on it. You guys know I love my Super Nintendo. The texture is, again, that is correct. Just confirming now, it is a bit more coarse on this controller, the new one, versus the original. But all in all, you could tell it's exactly the same size and the same kind of feel in a sense for the most part. On the back side, I can see that these screw holes, there's a bit one more from the classic one. And of course, the imprints of the labeling are different. This is the SNES 005, and this is HAC 042 for those that are interested. So there's a bit difference there, and there's a bit more information on the bottom here versus there's nothing here. So just a quick, nice comparison for something more modern. There was a controller released for the Super NES Classic Edition. So this is the one that probably you guys may have had in the modern day. The colors more matched together because, again, this is only within the last few years. And I think that the texture is identical. All the buttons do feel exactly the same with the Super NES Classic Edition controller versus this new Nintendo Switch Online controller. So flipping to the back, just for a quick comparison, it's essentially the same. The model numbers are different though. So we have 042 and this HAC 042, and this is CLV 202. And all right, so that's a quick comparison to the two different Super Nintendo controllers. Right now, I'm gonna try to do something fun and bring out my Nintendo Switch, make it happen. Let's just play the old way with the new way. And of course, I'm gonna have to sync it. This is the first time I'll be trying this myself. This is just press this button on the bottom. So there is a button again if you forgot. It lights up. And right away, you get the controller synced to the Nintendo Switch. All right, so I can actually navigate the menu with the Super Nintendo controller, which is really interesting. And I'm gonna play my favorite game of all time, and that will be Super Mario World. A really fantastic game. Evelyn loved it as well. All right, so, oh, they'll tell you on the bottom. I noticed that this is something new. You have a CL and ZR. If you press it, you can bring out the menu. That's pretty nice. Right away, I could say it's really, really responsive. If you love the Super Nintendo control, I think that you will be pleased to know this controller will be a perfect complementary part of your Super Nintendo experience on the Nintendo Switch. All right, so we're at the title screen here. This is what, oh my goodness. Right away, I can use the Super Nintendo controller in Super Mario Maker 2. I mean, I just died, but that's not the point is about not, it's not about me playing well or not, just to see if the buttons work, and they do work. I am very, very pleased. Oh my goodness. So just like in Super Mario World, I can do my platforming, no problem. I could jump with ease. And it's all about the skill here from there on, meaning your platforming skills to the test. There we go. And I made it to the very end. I can hold on to the Y and run, and B to jump, and navigate through the end of a course. It's very short, but you guys get the idea. It does work. So there you have it. This is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System controller for the Nintendo Switch Online service. I can tell you right now, I'm really happy to grab this as part of my collection and be playing the classic Super Nintendo games that are available there. I'm sure down the line, Nintendo will be adding more games to the collection. Just a quick note, if you guys are wondering, this is available only online through Nintendo directly. It costs $29.99. for each controller. You can get up to 4. I will be putting a link down in the description if you're interested in getting one yourself. Right now, it may be a little difficult because it does get sold out pretty fast. And if you're interested, just wait for it. I'm sure Nintendo will down the line will probably restock it. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You found it helpful as well. Consider subscribing to NintendoCade. That's always helpful. I'm Danny at the NintendoCade channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.